Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little different. I'm gonna go for a little drive. I'm actually on the way down to a buddy of mine's lot. He's got a store where he's right on the main drag, and I buy a lot of stuff, and I try to sell some stuff down there because he's got a lot of drive-bys coming through there. So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sell my 2003 Hummer. I've got an H2. It's lifted up. It's probably like on 6-10 inch lift. It's on 35s, 37s. It's actually a good looking truck, but this is one of those that I bought to flip. The only thing I bought it for. And where I've got it at the tire shop, that's actually my buddy's shop. It was actually his Hummer. I bought two vehicles from him. One was the Hummer and one was I think it was a 2010 F550 crew cab. I'm gonna use it for a service truck for my business. And lo and behold, come to find out, he didn't have a title for the F550, so the owner finally came back for it, and there's nothing I can really do. I got what we agreed upon as a purchase price for it. I got him to refund me that, so he made me whole there. But long story short is, the Hummer's not what I thought it was going to be worth. I've had it for sale for almost a year, and I never hold on anything that long. So I've had $8,000 offers, $10,000 offers. This guy's been the close. For me to break out would have been $13,500. I replaced the window regulators in the back, put a new stereo in it. I fixed the air conditioning. I did a ton of stuff to this truck, and I mean a ton of stuff. And we're gonna go down there today and hopefully we can sell it. The only thing I don't know is if the AC is working right now because it's sat so long. I'm wanting to say it wasn't cold when I took it up there, but I can't remember. So this guy that has seen it, he's seen it for the last 6-8 months sitting at this location. So we're gonna go down there and see if we can sell it to him, see if we make a little money, because I'm gonna take that money today, hopefully, and I'm going to a place right outside of Tampa, and we're gonna be buying out a lady. She has a well drilling company, and some things went bad. We're going over there and try to buy a lot of her equipment, and hopefully I can take this 10, 12, 15 grand, whatever I get for the truck. Hopefully I can take that and turn it into maybe 30, 40 grand. Don't know if it's gonna happen the way I want it to. Nothing ever does, but I know what she has, I know what it's worth, and if I can get it reasonable, and I'm not gonna try to rip her off, if I can pay a fair price for it, I should be able to take this stuff and flip it, and maybe in 2 months, double my money. But I have to put some work into this stuff. It's not all nice, it's not all pretty, but we're gonna drive down there to the Hummer, see if we can sell it, put the money in the pocket, run over to Dade City, see if we can make at least a fair deal for everybody, and see if we can make some money on this. So let's get down here. When we get to the Hummer, I'll do a walk around on it real quick. Maybe we'll beat him there. I'm supposed to meet him at 9. It's 8:50. It's a 10-minute drive, so it'll probably be there when we get there. So keep fingers crossed that we'll get exactly what we want out of the Hummer and we can move on. But like I've told you guys, you know, the buying and flipping, it's a hard deal, and you make all your money at the buy. And obviously, I didn't make my money on the buy, so I'm going to lose it on the sell. Part of the deal. There's so much to buying and flipping anything that all it takes is one little mistake and you're screwed. I probably don't have a lot of money in this thing. I was able to get the regulators used. They're $800 a piece new, and I was able to get them used. Still a couple $100. So I probably got $14,000 in this thing. And you know, to walk away $2,000 loser, you know, sometimes you got to do it. But we'll make it up in something else. If I sell that Polaris Ranger that I have for sale, if I sell it for what I want, that's half of my half my loss recouped. If I buy and sell 30 pieces of equipment this year, I'm going to make money on most of them, so I'll be all right. So I'll get back with you guys when we get down there to the Hummer. All right, guys, there's the Hummer. 2003. It's on 37s. So just sold it. And right now they're charging up the AC. Going to find the leak on it. We're putting a battery in it. So I think it's actually already got a new battery. So I'm going to do that, fix the AC. Because like I said before, I don't like selling them unless they're 100%. And got a new seat cover for it over there in the plastic. he can put that on. I replaced the radio, and yep. You see back here, got the got that battery. I think is what's draining the system anyway. But it's got 212s, got a bunch of amps in it. But yeah, so we made the deal on it, and I've sold it for 12 grand, and I probably have, once we got to think about it, I probably got 15 grand in it. So I'm losing 3 grand. But you can see I'm even going ahead and, was it low? Oh, is that all it was?
More than likely. It's got that ball valve on the whole thing.
Did you change the ball valve out?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. If you can see it or not, she's stuffed with amps. Makes a whole lot of noise. I thought it was a cool truck when I bought it. Really thought I was gonna make some money on it. It's clean, the right color combo, but oh well. Gotta live and learn and move on. All right, guys, I'm back from selling the Hummer. And when I told you I was gonna sell the Hummer, there was a reason. I needed just to get a little liquid and buy some stuff. I had an opportunity to buy out a company in Dade City that I was telling you guys about. It's a well drilling company, and they're liquidating assets. So I was given the opportunity to go out there and buy a bunch of stuff, and that's what I needed the money for. And it was easier just to sell the Hummer than to dig in the bank account, so I would just rather have done that. So what we did is we purchased this service truck. That's the first big purchase. It's got a boom crane on it. It's got an air compressor on it. It's got 160,000 miles on it. It's a 7.3 diesel, so you know it's not broken. You know it's gonna run. It's a 6-speed truck. It's got 168,000 miles on it. And the reason we bought this is because I want to replace my old service truck, which is in here. My old service truck, she's got 360,000 miles on her. Set up the same way. It's got an air compressor. The only thing it doesn't have, the only thing the new truck doesn't have, the old truck does, is we got a generator. On this one, I got a generator welder. It's only a stick machine. It's got 1,600 hours on it, but you know, I got the air compressor. And basically the boxes are the same, but the truck, the Ford truck, is just so much nicer than this one. So I'm gonna be selling this truck. And some of the other stuff we bought is money. This is where we're gonna make our most profit on, is all this stuff here. You know, I got welders, and let's go through these real quick and see what we got. Got this Miller-Matic 350. It's a spool type gun, MIG welder. It also does aluminum. And this thing's a 350 amp machine. This is one of the bigger machines. It's going to take kind of a special person to buy it, but it's such a big machine that it should sell pretty quick. These new are between 5 and 6 grand, depending where you go, where you look. So I'm figuring 2 grand, 2,500. I'm gonna figure everything on the higher end. So let's figure this machine's gonna go for 2,500. The next machine we have is a Miller Shopmaster. I don't know anything about this machine because I've never used one, but I'm figuring it's gotta be worth, let's say 1,500 on the top end. So I have $4,000 right there. Now, the big ticket items are these. Miller-Matic Trailblazer 302s. They're the same units. I got 2 of the same unit, and these new are between 8 and 12,000. I haven't got real specific yet, but what I do like is you can run a spool gun on them. You can run a MIG gun, you can run TIG. It's nice that they're set up that way. I figure these are probably worth 3,500 bucks. One's got 400 hours on it, one's got 1,400 hours on it. Not scared of the hours. My machine over there with 1,300 or 1,600 hours on it runs perfect. So, you know, figure we got 20, so we got 3,500 on that pallet. We have, let's say 7 grand here. So we got 10.5 right here. That doesn't include the service truck. And then we have a heated pressure washer that works. I figure I have one over here I bought. Little, I think it's a smaller machine, or it might be an older machine, I don't know. I paid 800 bucks for that one, and it needed work. So I'm figuring that thing's gotta be worth 800 bucks because it runs perfect, just a little smaller. And then Then we have this tank right here. Just a fuel tank, 100-gallon tank, 120-gallon tank. I don't know, electric pump on it, works fine. It's got a half tank of fuel in it. So figure it's got 50 gallons in fuel, say $2.80 a gallon. So I got $140 worth of fuel in there. I pay $100 for the tank. I'm already $40 to the plus. So who cares what I sell it for? And then, you know, I can throw this in there. That's $7 grand. So we're at 17.5-ish. And then I bought another service truck, identical to this one without all the gizmos and gadgets. It had a 6.0 in it. It was an 05, had a blown motor. And what I did is I used that with my tow guy. I owed him for a tow previous, plus I owed for the tow on this one. So I basically gave him that truck for, say, roughly, I was in it for $550, so I gave him $500. He gave me $550 worth of tows for that truck, so it worked out perfect for me, perfect for him. Everybody's happy there. So that's $550. That truck probably worth $550 because it had a blown motor and had a little body damage on it. So all in all, we're in everything, probably going to be at 17 grand, selling everything for what it's worth and making our money. And I started with, I think, I don't remember if I paid $8,700 for everything or $9,400. I'll have to go back and check and think about it because I don't quite remember. But that's what I'm talking about. When you go out and make money with your money, you have to use your money and use it smart. You make all your money on the buy. You're not going to make a fortune in the beginning, and you're not going to make a fortune off one unit. You have to see everything as a whole. So you can't get caught up in the little details. You look at the big picture stuff. So I know, like the compressor, I'm probably going to make 75 bucks on. The heated pressure washer, if I make 500 bucks, you know, I made $700 on 2 units, and I paid $125 for them. So to me, anytime you can make 5-6 times your initial investment, you're doing way better than anybody else on anything else. So we're going to spend tomorrow morning getting everything going, running, making sure it does what it's supposed to. We'll run some beads of weld with some of these things and get that machine hooked up to power, make sure it works. The rest of the machines I can hook up straight in, but this one doesn't have a plug, so we'll get all that working tomorrow. We'll go through everything, show you that it works, and then we'll start listing it. I did just list a Polaris Ranger. I've got it for sale for $5 grand, and I've already got some hits on it. So you guys know or remember, if you saw my old videos, you know we're in that for about $4 grand, $4,100. So, you know, if 20% profits be made on that, I'll be happy. And then we'll sell this service truck, probably equipped as is. I'm imagining we're going to be able to get 12, 15 grand. I got to replace the mirror and do some little stuff. Interior is trashed on it, so maybe I'll get 10 out of it. But it runs good, it drives good, the air is cold. It's just ugly. So it's time for it to go out to pasture, and we'll put the new truck to work. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you like what you see, like, subscribe. I'm going to set up a Instagram page, hopefully in the next couple days. And I'll link that in the description down here, and also on Instagram I'll link a link to the YouTube channel. So I appreciate you guys watching. Have a good night.